Good morning Year 9 and welcome to today's maths lesson. Let's start off with a quick starter, shall we? Can you find for me 360 take away 113? Can you then find 1/7 of 28? And finally, can you solve my puzzle at the bottom? I've told you there's 5 students sitting on these 6 chairs. You need to arrange them so that Ben is always northeast of Adam, Kath is always east of Ben, and Darren is southeast of Emily. I've drawn you a little compass to help you out. Have a little think, pause the video, and in your light blue books, complete these questions now, please. Okay, Owen, what's 360 take away 113? 247? I agree with you. Thanks very much. Lilia, how do I work out what 1/7 of 28 is? I need to do 28 divided by 7, which is what, Lilia? 4. Excellent. Now let's solve my puzzle at the bottom. It says in the first line, Ben is sitting northeast of Adam. Northeast is this diagonal upwards, so if we put Ben here and Adam here, Ben is sat northeast of Adam. It then says Kath is east of Ben. Where's east? East is across. Here's Ben, so Kath must be sat here. And finally, Darren is southeast of Emily. So if we put Emily here, Darren's got to be southeast, diagonally downwards, so he's going to be here. Let's see if we got it right. Fantastic. EBCAD. Well done if you got that right, Year 9. Right, today's lesson we're going to start off by looking at how we construct a bearing. So we said last lesson that a bearing is measured from the north and is measured clockwise. So I'm going to have a go at the example on the left hand side. It says that B is a bearing of 120 degrees from A. So B is somewhere over here and it's a distance of 4 centimetres. So the first thing I need to do is take out my protractor and put it on A. We know that B is at a bearing of 120 degrees. So we know B is going to be somewhere around here at 120 degrees from A. Move that protractor out of the way. There you are. So we're at 120 degrees from A. Somewhere on this bearing along here. We've also been told that B is exactly 4 centimetres away from A. At this point you're going to need a ruler. So put your ruler down and you can measure 4 centimetres away from A. 1, 2, 3, 4. So B must be right here. Because it needs to be 4 centimetres away from A and at a bearing of 120 degrees. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, can you have a go at the second example for me? B is at a bearing of 225 from A this time and a distance of 5 centimetres. Pause the video and have a go at that question now, please. Okay, let's work it out. Let's get my protractor out and set it up here on A. So I need to measure an angle of 225, which I can't do. My protractor only goes up to 180. So we know that straight down is going to be 180. But we need a further 45 degrees because 180 plus another 45 will give me my 225 degrees that I need. So I've measured 180. Let's rotate the protractor around. I need to add on another 45, 10, 20, 30, 45. And there you have it. We know that B is somewhere along this line here. Let's draw in the line. We now need to measure the distance away. We know that B is 5 centimetres away. Here's one I made earlier. So So I then take out my ruler, measure 5 centimetres away, and there is B. You'll notice that on this example, instead of working out 225, I've worked out what the other angle might be by taking 225 away from 360 and measured it that way. You can choose either method, whichever works better for you. I do not mind, they both work. Over to you, Year 9. Can you pause the video and in your light blue books have a go at completing all of these bearings? Construct them using your protractor and your ruler for me. This should take approximately 15-20 minutes. Off you go. And here are the answers I'm looking for. Approximately, your diagrams will look something like this. The first one will be 45 degrees and a distance of 4 centimetres between A and B. The second one, you'll have a 315 degrees and 5 centimetres. The third one, it's 160 degrees and 3 centimetres. The fourth one, for 0 degrees, is just straight up. We're not turning at all, and that's 6 centimetres. For the fifth one, I'm looking at 125 degrees and 5 centimetres away. And for the last one, 280 degrees and 4 centimetres. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, I'm going to go through a slightly different example. Here I've been told John runs from A to B, and he runs back again. What's the bearing of his outward run from A to B? Let's work it out. So for starters, he started at A, he's turned 57 degrees and run to B. So his bearing is 57. But what have I done wrong, Rowan? What do we know about bearings? It's got to be 3 digits. So his bearing from A to B is 057. What about the bearing of his return from B to A? So this time we're starting at B and we're running to A. We still need to work out the angle from north and we still need to go clockwise. Josh, what can you tell me about the angles on a straight line? 180, so we know this angle here is 180. So altogether the bearing is 57 plus 180, which gives me 237 degrees. So all of this angle here is 237 degrees, and that would be his bearing. There it is, slightly differently written out for you. Okay, Year 9, can you pause the video and in your light blue books have a go at questions 1 and 3 for me? I deleted 2, 2 was too easy. We're doing questions 1 and 3. Pause the video for 10 minutes and work these out for me. And these are the answers. Please check how you did. Right, a slightly different question now. Finding a bearing given different information. So this time I've been asked to find the bearing from A to B, and I've been given this angle here as 70 degrees. Owen, what can you tell me about the angles on this straight line? What does that add up to? Brilliant, 180. So Charlotte, what's this angle going to be all the way around clockwise from north to B? Great, 180 plus 70, which gives me 250 degrees. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, what's the bearing from A to B this time? Pause the video for a minute and have a think. Let's go through the answers. So this time we know the angle on a straight line is 180 degrees. We've been told that this bit here is 115, so we need to find the remaining bit, which is 180 take away 115, which gives me what, Dylan? Splendid, 65 degrees. But have I finished, Rowan? Is that a bearing, 65? No, what's wrong with it, Rowan? Needs to be 3 figures, so 0, 6, 5. And that's my bearing. Over to you, Year 9. In your light blue books, can you now have a go at these 6 examples? Pause the video for 10 minutes and work out the bearing of B from A. And here are the answers. Please check your work and see how you did. Okay, one final set of questions for you. What is the bearing of the compass, direction west? What is the bearing of B from A? So starting at A, what's the bearing of B? For the next one, what is the bearing of B from A this time, if I've been given this angle? And finally, what is the bearing A from B? So this time we're starting at B. What's the bearing of A? Pause the video for 10 minutes and work out those 4 questions for me, please. And these are the answers you were looking for. West is 270 degrees clockwise, because if we draw north, south, west, east, we need to go all the way around 270 degrees, so that's your bearing. This one was 40 degrees, but we needed it to be 3 figures, didn't we, Rowan? So 0, 4, 0. For this one, to work out the bearing B from A, you needed to do 360 take away 95 to work out what this bit was, which is 265 because we've got to go clockwise. And finally, the bearing A from B, we start at B, we need to go all the way around. So 360 take away 50, which gives me 310. Thanks very much for today, Year 9. Can you now head over to Google Classroom and have a go at my exit ticket for me, please? Have a lovely day. Goodbye.